And now from our studios in downtown Winnipeg, it's time for 107 Live.
On Wednesday, March 20th, the award-winning Winnipeg Singers will perform a concert at Young United Church that they are calling European Connections. The concert showcases music that they will be performing on their upcoming tour of Spain and Finland that is happening in July. The program promises to be a diverse mixture of music from such countries as Finland, Estonia, and Spain, amongst others, with composers such as Sibelius, Pablo Casals, and Sid Robinovitch, just to name a few. It is with great pleasure that I welcome the Winnipeg Singers into our Classic 107 studios. That was just great. Finlandia by Sibelius. Yeah, it's just a lovely, lovely rendition. So the concert is coming up a week today. It's on the 20th. And Yuri, I wonder if you could just tell us a little bit about the program, how you've got it laid out.
Well, the program was, the concert is called the European Connections. And as you mentioned, we are going on tour to Europe in July this year. And so that's how we actually build the concert in lieu of that tour. So we're going to Barcelona first, where we taking a part of in one of the well-established European choral competitions festivals, Golden Voices of Barcelona.
Great.
Which is actually going to be at a coastal city called Lloret de Mar.
Mm-hmm.
And then after spending a week in Spain, we're flying to Finland, where we performing in a various summer concert series across Finland. We have 5 concerts lined up for Finland, and I'd like to mention that at least 2 of them are going to be performed in absolutely fabulous, world-famous landmarks like Rock Church in Helsinki. And also we're going to the north of the country, where we be singing in the city of Savonlinna, and next to Savonlinna, about 20 kilometers from Savonlinna, there's a biggest wooden church in the world called Kerimäki Kirkko.
Oh, wow.
And it's very famous for its summer concert series. So that's what we're doing geographically.
So I have to ask the question, why Finland? Like, do you have a connection there, or?
Yeah, I do. Well, I was born in Russia, in Karelia, which is borders with Finland,
that's
from
Sibelius,
north to south. And
Sweet, yeah.
I've been to Finland so many times with my Russian choir, taking part of the same summer series and festivals, and I just love this country. It's wonderful. And besides, we've been working on that tour for probably like 9 years, and first time we've decided to go to Finland was 2010. It didn't happen,
right?
So it was sort of postponed, and I'm happy that we're going now, and we're going now.
Okay, so the next obvious question is, why Spain?
Spain, well, because, we've been thinking, while arranging the tour, we've been thinking that we want to have a little bit of a like festival or competition attendance, and it's kind of interesting that the last minute I found that Golden Voices of Barcelona, and we actually changed our route. So we first didn't go. We weren't thinking of going to Barcelona, but we made some adjustments, and we taken the Barcelona festival and then Finland.
Nice. So maybe you could talk about some of the literature that you'll be performing on a week today, on the 20th, in Finland and Spain. So give me some examples.
Well, you see, we build the program in sort of clusters. Like, since we're a Canadian choir,
right,
we're representing Canada and Winnipeg. In both countries, we'll be doing quite a bit of Canadian music. You mentioned Sid Robinovitch. Also on the concert program would be the Deum Brevis by Leonard Enns, by the way, commissioned by Winnipeg Singers a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
There will be Kathleen Allen's piece, In Paradisum. So since we're going to Spain, we're doing some, in Catalonia actually, Barcelona, Catalan country. Pablo Casals is a Catalan composer.
Right.
So we're doing one of his compositions, Ovas Omnes, and since we're going to Finland, of course,
right, you have to
we're
do
doing
Sibelius.
quite a bit of Finnish music, and I'd say most important is like the two giants we're representing is Jean Sibelius and Eino Juhani Rautavaara.
Right.
So it's an obvious choice for us, I guess, to do. And also in the program we have some kind of a world choral classic representation. We have a piece by Mendelssohn, Psalm 43, Richte mich Gott. Then we have well-known Duruflé motets, Maurice Duruflé, 4 motets on Gregorian themes. Well, that's something
great.
what we do, and we coming back home and we're doing the spirituals at the end of the concert.
Oh, wonderful. I'm always fascinated with Rautavaara's music. He writes very often in these very dense tone clusters, and I'm wondering for you as a conductor, or maybe one of the singers can answer this, are there any challenges in learning these sort of very dense textures and harmonies as a conductor? What are some of the issues that you deal with?
Well, you're right. There's quite a few challenges for the choir, not to mention the Finnish language, which is technically a totally different language from the group of languages point of view. Like,
right,
it's Finno-Ugric language, right? But you're absolutely right about the density of his scores. Also, I have to say that tessitura of some of the scores are really way up high, and looking at sopranos at the moment, they're happy to sing the G's and A's and the B's there. But yeah, I mean, challenging, but very interesting.
Yeah.
I love Rautavaara's. We're doing 2
of course,
pieces.
yeah.
It's the first piece is Herran Rukous, which is the Lord's Prayer, and the second piece of his is Credo.
So I guess as a clarinetist, you can just press the buttons. How do singers find the individual pitches in these dense tone clusters? Does one of the singers want to answer that? Maybe Jody, or not happening.
Excellent ear training skills.
Yeah. That's great.
And practice.
And practice.
And then
a little bit of luck.
Shooting the dart. The other thing, I know you've performed Sid Robinovitch's music before, right? What is it about Sid's music that you find so interesting, that you keep coming back to it?
Yeah, we have a long-standing connection with Sid, and Sid was actually the first composer I've met here in Winnipeg when I came in 2000, and since then we've performed quite a lot of his music, and we actually recorded the CD of his music, the Odyssey, music of Sid Robinovitch. Well, I like about his music. He's quite variable in his writing. What he does, he likes writing in Hebrew, and he likes writing in sort of sometimes nonsense languages. He's done a very interesting work like sound chants. Thank you, sound chants. It's composition of 3 different choruses. The piece we're singing this time, Psalm 23, a really interesting idea of, like, it's almost going through entire piece with a combination of triads, minor, major, major, minor.
Right. So there's this
and
alternation.
it's sort of, growing and glowing through those chords. And technically, it's the whole structure moves with triads. I mean, it's really very interesting idea.
That's great.
I like it a lot. This piece actually can be performed in 3 different versions. One is with organ and choir, then organ with men singing the whole Psalm 23, and then ladies come on board, and we doing the SADB version of it. So on the tour, rather, we're doing just the SATB a cappella.
Right.
Yeah, because the whole program for the tour is a cappella for us.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I understand you have one more piece of music to perform for us.
Yes, we do.
Can you maybe just tell us what it is, and then I'll let you take it away?
Well, since we're going to Spain, we've decided to do a little bit of Spanish music for you, and it's modern Spanish composer Javier Busto and his lovely Ave Maria.
Wonderful. Absolutely gorgeous. The Winnipeg Singers are performing on March 20th at Young United Church, and the concert starts at 7:30, right, Yuri? So you can hear more of this beautiful singing there. Week today at Young United Church.
From our studios in downtown Winnipeg, you've been listening to 107 Live, Classic 107's Intimate Concert Series, the soundtrack for your life.